So I've had some thoughts in my heart this week, and I just thought I would share them on a video with you. Happy to be here. And the first thought is about the artist hustle and how, regardless of what you call yourself, if you are a creative person in a creative career, and you've chosen this path, there's a hustle. That means that you are sort of constantly trying to keep an eye out on where the money is coming from. There's not a steady paycheck necessarily. If there is, awesome. You know, if you're an art professor, if you're a video maker, or, you know, I don't know, a TV actor, right? Maybe you get a more steady paycheck, but for a large group of us, the hustle is real. The question is the hustle worth it? Is it something I want to do? And we all have to sort of ask this question of ourselves, and we have to determine the answer and how that answer is going to look. For me, sort of the trope of the starving artist wasn't enough to draw me. It was like a deterrent, obviously, to draw me into the world of being an artist with a capital A. And yet I think of myself as an artist, and have taken some directions in my life that have made it so I don't have to be starving. And so let's go back and look at our history and just put it into context and make it feel a little bit more normal. So Rembrandt, master painter, understood paint and color and light so well. He was a master at painting skin in particular, and he was good at portraits. He could do fabric and textiles just beautifully. He hustled, man. He hustled his whole life. He was an avid painter. I mean, he painted and painted and painted. He just painted. But he needed to make some money, right? He had to feed himself. So he returns to Amsterdam right around the time when there is a tulip boom, right? Where tulips were being treated as currency. They were in high demand. They were being traded. They were being used as money. And also the rise of the middle class was becoming a thing in 17th century Netherlands. Anyway, finally Rembrandt made enough money that he could buy himself a house. Down below, he had a room where he could deal art from. It was sort of like a gallery where people could come and buy his and other artists' work. And he had a lovely studio on the second floor where he could teach. And then on the third floor, he had his own studio. My point is, though, that eventually the tulips were like no longer valuable. And all of a sudden, Rembrandt didn't have any money anymore, but maybe again. And he had to sell everything. And he ended up dying a poor man. Too bad. But what I'm saying is, like, the artist hustle is a thing. If you're going to choose this career, the hustle is going to be part of your life. But that doesn't mean it's not worth it. That doesn't mean that your art shouldn't get made. It doesn't mean that there isn't a way. There's a lot of different ways. And this leads me to think a little bit about money management and how I feel a little bit hopeless sometimes. Like, is all I'm ever going to do hustle? But the thing is that there is a way. And as Hannah Cole from Sunlight Tech says, the hustle can end if you manage your money. And so she likes to talk about retirement and how artists can retire. And I just love that, because I feel like there hasn't been somebody out there saying this is a possibility for us. So money management, that's not a strength of our community. That's not something we talk about a lot. You know, we're looking for meaning. We're looking for the ways in which color connects us to each other, or the way form or subject matter can create a conversation to help us to understand one another better. So that's important. Money is not something that we talk about even in our general culture, but artists especially. So these are some of the thoughts that are going around in my mind, and I wanted to share them today with you and try this new video idea out on a walk in Kestrel Fields. If you want to talk more about any of this, shoot, call me up, text me, let me hear from you.